Formed on the 3rd of July 1998, made up of Nicky, Kane, Mark, Shane and Brian. Brian quit the band in 2004. They were signed to Simon Cowell, and the group have sold more than 24 million records and videos in the UK alone across their 20-year career, 10.4 million singles, 13 million albums, and as of April 2018, the group has sold more than 55 million records worldwide. They say they were bigger than One Direction back in the day, and I caught up with Shane from Westlife yesterday as they're playing Wembley Arena on the 21st and 22nd of August, and at 10 o'clock today, tickets go on sale for the 22nd of August. History is being made. This is the first time they will ever have played Wembley, which I couldn't believe. In this part of the interview, he explains to me what it was like in the early days and what it's like to finally be back together. Actually, 23 years since you guys were picked up by Simon Cowell. Does it feel like 23 years ago since Westlife was born?
Do you know what? Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. It's once you get past the 20-year mark, which we did obviously a couple of years ago. It's starting to head to 25 now. You know, you start to feel definitely your age a little bit. But do you know what? When you look back at it, Dean, it's been an incredible run for us as a band. You know, we've had some amazing moments and an amazing journey. And we feel like, honestly, I think after the big break, obviously when we broke up in 2012, and we thought that was it back then. We really did. And then I suppose the more we were away, I suppose the more we missed each other. And when we got back, then it was probably the best year ever in the band. We were so excited. We were so grateful for what it was, and we realised how special Westlife was to so many people around the world. And we got to see that obviously on the tour, and you know, the 5 nights up in the Odyssey in Belfast, and it was just incredible. You know, it was incredible how much it meant to people. And you know, I think our children as well now getting to experience Westlife, I think that's why it's probably more special this time around. So we feel like we were only kind of getting into the groove, and then obviously COVID happened, and we kind of had a break again. So now, I don't know, it feels like a whole new start for us as a band, and we feel full of energy or something, or we feel ready to go now, you know?
Yeah, it's exciting, and we're seeing so many bands now coming back together, forming and bringing out albums and tours. It's very exciting. Shane, what's your favourite memory from your early days of Westlife?
Favourite memory? The first couple of years were unbelievable, you know, they really were. It's hard to, I suppose, pick one individual moment. You know, obviously, Flying Without Wings was a special song for us when we released it, and the whole kind of buzz around that song at the time. Looking back at it now, it's nearly got bigger since then, if you know what I mean. It's you realise what that song has meant to so many people. But like getting the number ones obviously were amazing. Like, you know, we were you know, a small band. Nobody knew. All of a sudden, then we had 4, 5, 6, 7 number ones in a row. It was ridiculous stuff, you know. And it was even trying to explain that to the kids now. They're trying to work out how we, you know, I suppose got so big, and how, you know, they weren't around then. They don't understand it. The kind of madness that was around Westlife at the time. But you know, they definitely understood it when they got to Belfast last year and they saw the crowd. And they were like, "Oh my God, Daddy, what's the crack? Why is it so loud?" You know, they were loving it.
How do you what analogy do you use, you know, with their favourite artists that they listen to now on the radio and on their you know, on their socials? Do you sort of say, we were kind of like this band, we were kind of like that artist back in the day?
Yeah, I think we do. You know, I think obviously the one band that we can relate to in their terms from when they were younger, obviously One Direction when they came out, and you know, and like, you know, my wife would be saying, like, they'd be saying, "Mummy, like, what's you know, Westlife, or was it like this?" Like, and Mummy says, "Yeah, you know, if anything, it was probably more mad. You know, there was more kind of instant kind of madness, number one after number one for the first couple of years. It was crazy." And you know, they go, "Wow," you know, and they get to understand it then when they see, I suppose, seeing the 20 tour and seeing like Crow Park and stuff like that. I remember the kids walking into it going, "You know, Daddy, it's so big," and I was like, "I know," you know, and when they saw it packed, then they were like, they came in like running in like the the most excited children ever after the show, hugging me and like running at me and nearly knocking me down, like hugging me, going, "Daddy, that was unbelievable!" And it was just for them to say that, like, and it means so much to you, because you're a parent and you want your kids to look up to you, you want your kids to be proud of you, and it's a special moment. But yeah, they're loving it now. They're all excited about the tour because all the kids too are friends. They're all really good friends and they have so much fun backstage. And there's 10 children now in Westlife, which is amazing.
So Westlifers, little baby Westlifers, I suppose, but they might not be babies anymore, are they? They're probably all different
a lot
ages.
Of them are, well, Mark, obviously, Layla, she's 1.5 now. So she's the baby of the band, obviously, with all the children. But a lot of them are, 10 years, like 8 to 10 plus, like my daughter's 16 this summer. So she's proper, like, they kind of suppose the oldest one of all the kids, but it ranges from 1.5 up to 16. So like Nicole on the tour this year, like, or whatever, when we go on tour, it'll be like Nicole will be babysitting Layla.
Wow.
This kind of stuff, so it's going to be incredible. Like, it really is. Westlife as well. Another thing we kind of realized, Dean, over the years is Westlife is like a family. It's not just a band. We have families. We have our own kids, and it's like a proper family on the road. And the four of us get on stage and do it every night. And I suppose it's our job, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like we're just. I don't know. It's a hard thing to explain. It's a really happy place to be.
Yeah, well, I suppose when you have as many bangers as you guys have, you can't help but listen to many Westlife songs and just feel good. Let's get one of them on. Let's play "Hello, My Love." We've got a brilliant mix of this for you, Shane, to play this one.
Brilliant.
Let's play this, and then we come back. We'll find out how we can get our hands on some of these tickets.
No one knows about the thing.
That's the John Gibbons mix of Westlife and "Oh My Love." "Hello, My Love." That was co-written by Ed Sheeran. Nonetheless, had Shane with me yesterday. We had a good catch up because the boys are back and they're playing Wembley on the 21st and 22nd of August this year. Tickets for the 22nd go on sale today at 10 o'clock. So go and get your hands on them. I cannot wait to go. I'm taking my mummy. We've been given some VIP tickets. I'm like, oh, mummy, we're VIP. Check us out. So yes, go and do that. Now, in this part of the chat, Shane tells us what it's going to be like playing Wembley for the first time ever. It's a historic moment for the band. And he teases some new music coming later on this year. Has the tour itself been announced? Because I can't see any dates. I can just see Wembley.
No, the only show the only shows that we've announced is Wembley Stadium. Obviously the album's going to come out later this year, right. And we hope to tour internationally, obviously, right. Next year. That's kind of the plan, because we're planning to do one of our, I suppose, the biggest tour we've ever done. Wembley Stadium kind of weekend now. It's the only kind of major gigs that we're doing this year. So yeah, it's a special occasion, not just for Westlife, but for everyone. For music, for Wembley Stadium. It's the first gig in Wembley Stadium in 2 years. Mm-hmm. And we've waited 23 years for this gig. So we're slightly excited about the whole thing.
I bet you. What is it, Shane? As a singer and as an artist, what is it about Wembley Stadium?
It's the most famous stadium in the world, Dean. It really is. If you ask somebody anywhere in the world where's Wembley Stadium, they know where it is. It's the pinnacle of. There's been so many iconic artists over the years. Obviously, Live Aid was the biggest, probably most famous thing that ever happened there musically. Mm-hmm. All the greats have played Wembley Stadium. All the biggest bands or the biggest singers in the world have played Wembley Stadium. So to be in that conversation is an achievement for us as a band, and it's something that we wanted our whole life. It's something that we always wanted to get to, mm-hmm. And now the fact we're getting to it, and now we're getting to play 2 nights, which is even better, because you get to, after you come off stage, when you do one stadium, it's so good, and then you're like, well, it's over now.
Yeah.
You're on a bit of a downer, like a little bit, but then we go, yeah, we get to play tomorrow night again, and that's a beautiful thing when you've just come off Wembley Stadium. So yeah. And as well as that, this show as well, Dean, it's the biggest show we've ever put on. It's the biggest stage we've ever built. It's actually been built as we speak. It's the most spectacular event in our songs.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to have lots of mixes of like lots of songs in there, and maybe it could be a collage of a few songs here and there, and try and get in as many songs as possible.
Yeah.
So it'll be probably a longer set list than usual, but I think fans will be loving that too.
Shane, before I let you go, will there be stools? Because I'm fully expecting, because the last time I saw you, it was the O2 in London, and there were stools. You stood up during a key change. It's the Westlife signature move. Will that be happening at Wembley?
I think if we didn't bring the stools on at Wembley, it would not be fair to Wembley Stadium. I honestly think we've waited 23 years, Dean, to sit on these stools, man, and Wembley. It'd be like having Christmas without a Christmas tree. Do you know what I mean?
I would be asking for a refund. I'm asking for a refund.
I will guarantee you the stools will be there. Maybe just for one song, but they'll definitely be there.
So the tickets are on sale now. You're playing the 21st, 22nd of August. 21st is already sold out, and well done. And thank you for giving 1,000 tickets away to our NHS key workers. What a lovely touch from you guys.
It had to be part of it, because we wanted to do something, to give back, man. It's unbelievable what they've done.
Oh, yeah.
They're putting their lives on the line every day. We're all getting up every day, having our coffee, and will we do this or will we do that, or what will we do in the house? They're walking right into the thick of it every day, and it's dangerous, and there's. We just want to do something to say, look, you know what, here you go. And if anyone wants to come down, that is a nurse or a doctor or a healthcare worker or whatever, that likes Westlife, just come down, and it's, it's the least we can do,
Yeah, and we can all us Westlife fans then, we can wait with bated breath for this new album. I'm going to guess, Shane Filan, that it's probably going to come 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas?
Maybe 4 or 5 weeks, Dane. We don't know yet.
Oh, because you really want the cast from this one.
There's a good chance. There's a good chance it'll come out. It's like the Christmas tree thing again.
Yep.
If it is October, November time, we've it's always been a lucky month for us.
Well, yes, indeed, it's a great. Westlife are great stocking fillers. That's why Westlife can fill a stocking.
You know what? It's a great time of year as well, because I think we always like the end of the year, because it's just coming up to that time of year where you're doing promotion. It's coming up to Christmas. Yeah. Everybody's in good form, and we probably have a song out before then, maybe a bit before then actually. But it's we're going to start kind of, I suppose, after kind of the summertime. You'll start hearing hopefully new Westlife tunes. But yeah, this album's going to be amazing. It has to be amazing. It has to be. We want to find another Hello My Lover better, because I think the tempo is great too. It gets everybody excited, especially for when you're playing places like Wembley Stadium and stuff. Like, we can't wait to perform, Uptown Girl and Hello My Love.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm taking my mom. I'm so excited. I'm going to make sure we've got our lighters so we can put them in the air during one of the many ballads. I'm so excited. Shane, thank you for your time this morning. It's great to see you boys back. The world is a better place now that Westlife is back.
Thank you, Dean. Cheers. Look forward to it, mate. See you in Wembley.